Right, money day, guys and girls, brothers and sisters. Hope we're all doing well on this Sunday. It is cold as hell. Okay, hope you lot are staying wrapped up and in good health and things like that. Before we get into it, of course, check out our website if you want to get started on your trading journey with us, litcapital.co.uk. Send us an inquiry so that you can learn the skill set and become a competent technical analyst. Now, before we get into the charts, we're going to check the economic calendar. Couple weeks left until Christmas now. So let's check the economic calendar and see what we have lined up for this week in terms of fundamentals, okay? So let's start off with the Monday. Nothing really standing out, of course. We do have some good good trade balance for the GBP. Definitely going to check that out early in the morning. We also have some consumer confidence coming out of AED. So those are the high impact data releases for that specific day. Nothing else really standing out. Going into Tuesday, we got the unemployment rate for the pound, of course. Definitely looking forward to that. See if we can get some volatility and see what happens. CPI coming out of Germany, of course. Definitely important right now as well. And going into the Tuesday afternoon, you got some economic sentiment. We got CPI for the US, excuse me, as well as the inflation rate. So definitely looking at the CPI data for the US on Tuesday. Very, very high spec topic, high impact topic right now regarding inflation getting out of control. Let's see how the Fed are doing to try and curb it. We got a speech from Governor Lowe. That's it for that. Going into Wednesday, we have inflation rate for the pound as well. Definitely looking forward to that. So early on that day for sure. See what we can get from a volatility perspective there. Going into the afternoon, we've got CPI for Spain. Not really amazing. Afternoon, Fed interest rate decision. You know what that means. Okay. FOMC economic projections. So we got the press conference coming after the rate decision. So if you think about the inflation data and then leading up to the interest rate, that's going to be the two things that go hand in hand as we approach this week. Okay, so definitely looking forward to Wednesday. It's going to be impactful for sure, I believe. Thursday, we got unemployment data for the Aussie as well. Retail sales for China, unemployment data for China. That's about it. Oh no, we got an interest rate decision for the Bank of England. So let's see what that's saying for the month of December. One more rate hike before we go into the new year, of course. ECB interest rate decision too. Again, so things to look forward to. Jobless claims as well on the Thursday, retail sales as well. So we definitely got things to look out for. PMI data from the Aussie. Friday, we got consumer confidence for the pound, retail sales for the pound as well. PMI for the Euro sector, Germany. PMI for the pound as well. So definite events to look forward to. PMI for US too. Definite a lot of fundamentals to look forward to. So we should get a week where the price action, shows us something better than it's been showing us. Okay, the price action for the last couple weeks not been greatest. Last week wasn't the greatest either. Had a late move in the Friday evening with the indices, which was just the time that it happened. It's like we're getting ready to kind of shut out the week. Don't really want to look at the charts at that time, like 8 o'clock. So going into the charts now and looking at starting with the S&P. I do believe we can definitely dip into this imbalance area here, and then I do think we could potentially get bullish here and see a rise, continued rise to break some of these daily highs and stuff like that. So going on smaller time frames, you can kind of see these equal lows. I do think they will get swept. Whether the whole imbalance is filled, who knows? Because you do have this lip lock here where price could get to or not. Whether it wants to fill that on the daily and come and actually touch it, it doesn't have to. But let's see what it wants to do after taking out the daily lows and the liquidity. And once it plays into that void, let's see what it does. That's kind of reflected on the rest of the indices as well. If we go to the NASDAQ, similar picture in terms of it has taken out the lows, but if we dip down, we could feel some of this more of this imbalance, and then potentially push up after that. So I feel like with these relative equal highs here, we got some pretty good targets to kind of aim for as we go into the week ahead. So whether or not we want to turn bullish from these areas, obviously going into the Monday session, we'll have to have a look, because as it opens, it continues to open down, you can kind of already see that we have just draw that there. We already have the zone, the imbalance zone filled. So it's like it can literally take out these lows and react off of that. So as we get into the week, we can look at it in more data and with the live opening, of course, when price is actually printing live, and see what it's doing then. So that's what I'm kind of looking for with the indices going into the week ahead. You know, basing it off of what the S&P is showing, I do think we can actually continue higher. Maybe end on a positive to end the year, and see how that plays out. So I want to go to the dollar quick. We are continuing slope downwards. So this is how we kind of ended on the week. We kind of didn't push to this area here, which I was kind of expecting. It still could happen, of course. I was expecting us to get to this imbalance here, potentially play into here, and then continue lower. So whether we want to push up to open the week to then start the sale off, that is kind of what I'm looking at for the dollar. So that's the first zone. There are two zones. There is this daily zone as well. Whether it, you know, wants to make a final push with the interest rate, who knows? But that is kind of what I would expect with the dollar, in terms of just giving us a pullback, and then continuing lower. I do think the dollar is, you know, we've definitely broken trend on higher time frames to kind of actually warrant us going downwards now. So with that being said, looking at GU, depending on what the dollar wants to do, like we are seeing, you know, GU clearly is trying to get higher and higher. Going into this week, of course, this is kind of what I'm looking at, right? In terms of GU, is that we kind of bounced off the 50% and then we push. We haven't made a new high. If we do make a new high and we take this high, I want to see how we react off of that. And what I mean by that is, after we take the high, are we then looking to give us a reversal to come to a discounted price? So that's kind of what I'm looking at for GU. But then you've got to basically read into what the dollar is showing you as well, and take heed from that. So finally, guys, for you, I'm going to look at US oil. Now, again, US oil is the only pair personally that's actually been trending and playing ball. Like, we've definitely been seeing a lot of downward slope. You know, continuing the run to, you know, $70 nearly. So we ain't seen these prices in over a year, which is good. So this is kind of what I'm looking at. We if we go to the I think it's a 6 hour. No. Yeah, wait, was it 6 hour? I think it is a 6 hour. 6 hour. We played into this imbalance here, and then price started to break down. Okay. Now once we broke down and we made a new lower low, we're now looking at it from a perspective of, on the daily, if we can get above here to, you know, potentially come to this imbalance, and then maybe give us another move and another leg to the downside. So that's kind of what I'm looking at right now. Whether or not we can get a retracement on it, of course. Kind of got some equal highs here on the 4 hour, where we played into this zone a couple times, and then we continue lower. So now that we made that new lower low, we could then get that, you know, retracement to combat all of this, and then come to these areas on the 4 hour or the daily zone, however you want to look at it, and then get another leg lower. So that's kind of what I've got looking at going into the week ahead. Obviously, bearing in mind that we do have Wednesday, that big interest rate, and then you got the Fed conference as well. The comments that Fed are going to speak about to kind of end the year regarding inflation and other things give us an insight as to what exactly we can see going into the last weeks before Christmas. So that's a wrap, guys. I hope you guys have enjoyed this. If you have, please like and subscribe. And again, feel free to leave us a comment if you want. We will definitely engage and interact with you regarding anything trading related, as well as going into our Discord. If you guys want to get access to our Discord, please inquire on our website or hit us up on social media. It is a subscription of £25 a month. And yeah, come and join the trading community, guys. So that's it. That's a wrap. Please remember that what we've discussed with the fundamentals, don't jump the gun. Kind of just be patient this week and wait for these things to line up, guys, because what it looks like is we could get a lot of manipulation going into these news events. So we'll leave that with you guys. Anything else I need to say? No, that's it. That's it, guys. I hope you guys have enjoyed the call. And remember, every day is Monday. Peace.